think I found my new happy place. This is mind-blowing, I can't tell you. You can see from behind me the trees. Everywhere is just white out. The snow is hanging heavy on the trees. There's a merest hint of a breath of wind. Oh. So I've come out for a walk. I've already had to strip one layer of clothes off because I'm too flipping hot, and it's -3. I'd come out with thermal base layers, a jumper. I've got a thick ski jacket, ski pants, and I've had to take my jumper off because it's too bloody warm. I'm not looking for any specific images. I'm just looking for things that catch my eye. And this one did. Shall I see if I can do my flippy roundy thing? Right, so we have somebody's gone off-piste along here. I'm guessing it might be a skier. And then we have the pathway that's been dug out, cleared, whatever. And they come to a point, let me just see if I can tilt that down, here. And I've got that central in the image. I've got the curve of the path coming off to the left, the curve of the path coming off to the right, and then these trees. I'm shooting portrait orientation. And I believe that works. There's actually a road over the back there, and I've been watching the skidoos going out this morning. I'm like a kid in a sweet shop. I'm on the 11 to 16, I'm wide open. I can't go any further back. I did, and hold on a second. Let me see if you can see this. I don't know if you've got any... Right, I'm going to hold the gimbal still. That's how deep the snow is. When you go off path. So I can't come any further back. But I've got the top of the tree in by shooting portrait orientation. I don't know where I was at. What were we at? Wake up camera. Oh, I'll tell you what, I turned it off to try and conserve the battery. That's not like me, is it? We were at quarter of a second, f8, ISO 100. I've got my white balance set on 7140 because I was finding it was way too blue, set at standard daytime balance, which is 5860 or 5660. I quite like it. It's bright enough that there's still some detail in the snow. I bought all my filters with me because I just didn't know what I was going to find. I thought if I come out and I need filters and I haven't got them, I'm going to kick myself. So I'm lugging around my full weight camera bag. Oh, it's awesome. I turn that off and say I'm trying to conserve batteries. -3, but it doesn't feel like it, but I'm sure the little Z's battery will begin to feel like it. Let me just show you up there. Now this path has been dug out or cleared, and you've got poles, and I've looked at the signs. You get little signs because there's some tracks that are skiers only. You can just see this disappears off. What I'm wanting to do is get through the woods. I don't know if you can see just about there. There's a cabin, and over here there's a cabin. And I'd like to get close enough, well, where are we? There. To include those in an image somehow. I'm sure I'll get there. I'll just have to find a way. But that's a good start to the morning. I'm in no rush. We've got sunrise is 11 o'clock and sunset I think is about 1:30, 2:30, something like that. And then we'll go into blue hour. And I'm really not fussed about how long I stay out. I'm just going to wander. I'm heading up onto the main road if I can't find a way to get to these huts, chalets, should I say, cabins. Because as we drove down from the airport last night, there's some awesome trees. So I'm kind of winding my way up there, provided I can find a track. I think the roads or the pavements will be clear enough for me to walk on. I hope. This place is insane. I don't know which way to turn first. I'm not going to get very far at this rate because I just keep stopping and going, oh, like that, oh, like that, oh, look at that, oh my God. It's just, there aren't enough descriptives for me at the moment. Yeah, mind's blown. Maybe I ought to stop doing this and come back to you when I've come down a little bit. I'm still on that same track. I stopped and took a shot, which is one of the ones I was after, which is a little cabin. Not quite right because it's not a red cabin or an orange cabin. So I'm still on the hunt for that. But we're moving up out of Saratelska onto, I don't know if you call it the tundra or not, but it's an area that's more sparsely populated with trees. And as I've come up, I've spotted this little fella. Now, I'd dearly love to go and point you out, but, yeah, that's a little bit on the deep side, and I've no idea what's under here. It could be a lake for all I know. So, I'm going to try and... I've been wanting to do that. I want to do a snow angel, but I might go down. Hold on. And not come out again. Just a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I just love snow. So I've set this little tree up, shooting portrait. I've wiggled and jiggled because behind him are taller pine trees. And I wanted a space behind him. Right at the back, and you can't see it, there's actually another tree. So I've lowered the tripod a little bit just to lose the top of that tree. I've dropped down to f2.8 because I want all the focus on this tree with its branches and the snow on them. And I got it down to f2.8, and I was at 1/25 of a second. Not blowing the highlights. I did keep a check on my histogram, and I've still got the Kelvins at something like 7250, because otherwise it's just too blue. Too blue. But to my eye, it doesn't seem blue at all. It's most bizarre. But everywhere you look, it's like photos. I saw a tree over the other side that reminded me of a praying mantis. It was sort of four with a long spindly bit and two bits coming off like a mantis was rearing up. But I couldn't get the separation between that. I don't know if you heard that. That's the huskies howling in the background. Presumably there's a husky farm around here somewhere and they're getting all excited because they're going out sledding. Yes, I'm distracted again. I couldn't get enough separation between that tree and the pines behind it. So I gave that one up. But what a place! There are just not enough, as I say, not enough descriptives. And the cars are driving normally and the coaches are driving normally and the snow movers have been out, snow plows, that's the word I was looking for. They don't grit the roads apparently, they just, this thing keeps coming out. They just, I think they put some sort of, they do put grit down, sorry, but they don't salt them because salt destroys the cars. See, they're intelligent like that, these Finns. The wind's dropped right off and it's trying to snow. Right, I'm going to carry on walking. I think there must be a road up here somewhere because I've seen tractors and things go along and I want to try and walk in a bit of a circle, maybe. Because I have no sense of direction, so there's every chance it'll be midnight before I get back to my chalet. I was so hoping you can hear the dogs. I'm just wending my way back home because I've decided it is dinner time and I need a drink. I had a lovely walk, and as I say, my mind is constantly being blown. I was going to walk up to the top of the Kona Spa, but it's socked in with cloud, so I figured I'll save that for tomorrow or Sunday. But walking back from the village shop, because I needed a pint of milk, there's a beautiful building which, I don't know, is a hotel or a restaurant, and it's got the most fabulous abstract frontage. Something I just would never have dreamt of seeing in this place. The buildings, oh, it's beginning to clear. The buildings are wood slats. There's a little bit of brick facade around, but they're mostly neutral colours, creams, greens, very muted browns and reds. And then there's this. Let me show you. And they're all metal. How absolutely awesome. Looks like a set of panpipes. Let me get a wider view. Yeah, it looks like a set of panpipes. And I just thought, wow, that makes quite an interesting abstract image. I mean, you can see the building behind it is sort of a creamy coloured wood slab. Whether it's wood or PVC, I don't know. I'm guessing it's wood. I thought, wow, that makes quite a nice abstract. So that was just handheld. On the 17 to 55, I had to crank the ISO up to about 800 because it is very dull. The sky is breaking. There's a bit of blue sky up there. And I must have walked probably about 4 kilometres this morning. So that's fine. That's been good exercise. I'm going to grab some lunch, charge my batteries up again, and then I'm going to head out this afternoon, see what else I can find. I'd take this opportunity to explain where I am and what I'm doing. And it's not cold. I've just got a severe case of woolly hat head. So I'm not taking my hat off at the moment. It's about -3 and I'm sat on my decking, my entrance porch in Saariselkä, drinking some rather beautiful hot blueberry juice with a pasty pastry that I've just bought from the little K market down the road. There's a row of about 5, I think, 4 cabins, and I think there must be cabins on the back as well, because the bedroom and the kitchen and the sauna don't have windows, so I'm guessing there's got to be something on the back. Anyway, that's an aside. I'm in Saariselkä, and I'm here for a few days. I had intended to say sod it and raid my piggy bank and come back here in March. But work's got in the way. I'll not be able to do it in March, I don't think. It kind of depends what happens when I get home. I couldn't do it any later this month because of work and holidays not being allowed. So I thought, sod it. I had the opportunity. My dad left me a little bit of money and he would have wanted me to spend it on things that I enjoy doing. So here I am. This is quite a touristy place. It's a ski centre. And I don't know if this is just the start of the ski season or there's not enough snow, but it's so quiet. There's tourists around and there's lots of the hotels with their minibuses running around all over the place. But it is gorgeous. It's quiet. I went for a wander last night to get some groceries. Not a soul about. I've wandered off this morning. I've done, I don't know, 4 miles, something like that. And barely a soul around. A couple of skiers passed me, a couple of people walking the dogs. Lots of skidoos were out. And that was it. But it's really quiet. And again, the air is so fresh and so clean. Right, I'm going to finish my little pastry and I'm going to head off, see what else I can find before it gets too dark. excuse the really scary Mary look. I came out tonight not expecting to see anything because the cloud cover is pretty solid all the way up to the other side of Ivalo. And I'm just walking up the main drag towards Ivalo from Zaryzelska, and I just saw a grey streak and thought, that's it. Plunked the camera down. I'm right on the edge of the road. I was looking for a lay-by, but that's not happening. But it's so worth this little walk. I'm going to carry on walking for a little bit and see if it reappears, because the clouds are moving quite rapidly. I keep seeing stars. As you can see, I'm right at the edge of the road. I haven't got my standalone mic in, so I apologise if the audio is a bit iffy. I'm so glad I came out tonight.